Hey guys, what's up? It's Val here. I am a 10-star diamond elite coach, and I just wanted to give a little food for thought today on overcoming fear. So, for me, sometimes I guess people will look at me and think that I just have this confidence and, I've never struggled and this business is totally easy for me. That could not be more far from the truth, all right? Listen. We all have fears. We all have a lack of confidence in one area or another. For me, when I started 2.5 years ago in my business, the confidence was not there in any shape or form. I was dealing with depression. My marriage was on the rocks. We were financially completely broke. Considering my husband, when I say we, my husband and I, we were considering filing for bankruptcy 2.5 years ago, all right? So don't look at me and just think that I have it all put together and that I've never struggled, because that's not it at all. What this business has done for me is I have taken charge. I have looked at leaders who I follow in this business and other, authors and other successful entrepreneurs, and I have followed them and I have taken their advice. And every single day I lead with intention. So I used from the very beginning of my business, I used my problems and my struggles. I turned them into my reason why I never wanted to live my life like that again. So the days when I woke up and I didn't feel like getting on the computer and I didn't feel like working out or working my business or really doing anything, I thought to myself, well, in order to be successful, I have to take some steps forward today. I have to do this. Looking at it as if I would be fired from my full-time job if I did not achieve X, Y, and Z every single day. Getting in the mindset of success. You are the only one that can create that. You can look to others as examples, but you have to do the work. So that's what I did. I used my struggles as my why. I did not want to be in debt anymore. I did not want my kids to grow up learning from all of the mistakes that I've made and that I've never learned from myself. I wanted my marriage to survive. I wanted my husband to not feel like every penny that he was working for was just going to somebody else. I wanted to help provide for my family and ultimately become debt free and ultimately just be successful in all areas of my life. So, I took my area of a mom and as a wife and as a friend and a business owner, a fitness professional, a college graduate. I took all of what made me, and I just decided every day that I needed to read personal development. I had to do something to better my mindset to make me better in every area of my life, right? Because who else is going to do it? And I set goals. So I got this vision in my head. I took this huge, scary goal and I was like, I want to retire my husband from his full-time job. Like, I'm tired of never seeing my husband. I'm tired of my kids missing their daddy. So I was like, well, wouldn't it be really cool if I could do that one day? Just that big, cool dream. And then I reverse engineered it. So I broke it down and, okay, well, what would I have to do over the next week? What would I have to do over the next month, over the next 3, 6, 9 months, year, 2 years, 3 years? This is like 3 years down the road from whenever I started. So then I kind of just backed it all up down into these weekly and then daily goals, the little tiny steps that I could take every day that would move me forward to achieve these big goals. But in order for that to happen, I had to write down these goals. I have to have them in front of me every single day. I have to be intentional and not making excuses on the days that I don't feel like it, or the days that I'm questioning why I'm doing this, or is it worth it, or where's the vision, where's the big picture, because my vision is cloudy. I had to just stop all of that negative, and no matter what, I just keep moving forward. So overcoming the fears, that's where it comes down to. Whether you have a fear of rejection or a fear of overwhelm or a fear of success, because that's a huge fear too. What am I going to do when I am successful? What am I going to do when my life is not predictable anymore, when I'm out of debt, when I am helping 100 people, 300 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, maybe more? What am I going to do then? Well, you cross those bridges whenever they come. You take them with a grain of salt. And that, whenever you get to the big pictures and you look back over your life over the last several months, over the last year or 2 years, that's when you're like, oh my gosh. So, those little tiny steps in making me and my family and my team, my business, my life better, those little steps, they actually did lead me to where I am today. You know, overcoming every day, getting out of your comfort zone every single day. That is a key component. You have to be living out of your comfort zone. You have to have conversations with people that you are uncomfortable with having. We have to talk about price objections. We have to talk about losing weight. We have to talk about real talk. Building a business is building a business, and treating it like a hobby will not pay you like it would pay you if you're treating it like a business. This is not a hobby. This is something that you have to actually invest time in. Looking at it as if I don't hit this goal and that goal, you know, treating it like a full-time job, like I had mentioned, then I'll be fired. Okay? If you look at it that way, your mentality is going to change and you're going to do things a whole lot different. So I just encourage you to just stop the overwhelm, to just take one day at a time, set your goals, reverse engineer them, have your vision painted, and just keep moving forward. Be consistent. That is what it comes down to. And when you make a commitment and when you make a promise and when you achieve a goal, you keep moving forward and you keep that promise that you've made to, you know, your team, your upline, your success partner, your friend, your husband, your wife. You keep that goal or you keep that promise and you don't slack and you don't go backwards. You just keep doing your best every single day, one foot in front of the other, and you just keep the momentum going. Because there's going to be days when you don't feel like it, and there's going to be times when you're in a funk, and it's going to be really, really hard to pull yourself out. I know from experience. I go through it too. But I just keep doing those things that I know will eventually lead me to the huge success that I dream of having. So I hope you guys have a great day and just keep going.